Casino won't give payouts to Chicago man who hit it big.
Fascinating tale of a 20-something suburban man who won $800,000 in sports bets. He traveled as far as Iowa to place his bets. Then when it came time to cash in, the casino said, no way. Our Suzanne Lemonnier is listening to this would-be winner and gives us an inside look at the life of a professional gambler.
That's life-changing money.
These are the winners. I'm holding, theoretically, or what should be $800,000 in my hand.
We meet 24-year-old Thomas McPeak in the home he shares with his parents. An area in their house is a shrine to their favorite teams.
You've read every single one of these books.
Yeah, this was a calculated attack, I guess you could say, where I thought I had an edge.
This refers to stacks and stacks of sports bets placed last year. Complicated wagers on football called parlays, where several events all have to happen to win. First stop, Horseshoe Casino in Hammond in August.
You went in with $30,000.
Roughly over the course of 1 week-ish.
And your wins were $350,000?
$350,000.
The next stop, the Isle Casino in Bettendorf, Iowa in September. Both locations happen to be owned by Caesars.
I take about $20,000. I sat at the kiosk for 4 hours just punching in my bets. Bet after bet after bet after bet after bet.
McPeak looks for wagers where he believes the odds
He doing plus 5,000 bets, plus 4,000, $100 to $5,000.
are in his favor.
If you want to take a look at that notebook.
McPeak does extensive research, some of it laid out here in his handwriting. Over time, he and other professional gamblers believe they can gain an edge, but it's hardly a slam dunk.
It's not like I can just snap my fingers and just make the bets win. They still have to win.
Most of the tickets did not win.
In my hands right now, these are all losers.
But a few of the tickets were winners, big time.
And I won $350,000.
But they won't pay it to you.
No, they will not.
McPeak tells us Caesars voided the tickets when he tried to get his cash in October. He says he was referred to the house rules.
Do you think that's fair?
Of course not.
A similar story when he returned to the Iowa casino this January to collect $450,000 for these winning tickets. This time, he was given a printed sheet highlighting structuring or anti-money laundering rules and repeat wagering policies.
You want to fly under the radar?
I want to fly under the radar.
McPeak, like many so-called advantage players, go out of their way to remain anonymous. McPeak places a lot of smaller bets at a kiosk instead of one big one with a clerk at the counter to avoid his bets being rejected. Listen to the lengths he'll go to.
I'll switch up to the disguise, sunglasses. I'll hide my hair in my hat. I'll put it up in a bun.
So they'll take your money, but if you win, like he ain't never lose, I'm sure. They'll be like, wait, hold on. You that guy, take your money back. We don't want your business. But if you win, they can deny you. There should be a federal law, right? Casinos do this all the time. If you don't know about sports betting, you can sit there and do parlays. The casino will keep letting you come in, but the moment you win, they will deny you. Like they only want losers. That should be like some type of targeting law in casino. Like if you win, you win. You got the same odds as everybody else.
Horseshoe and Hammond banned McPeak and voided his wagers. That's in contrast to FanDuel and Blue Chip Casino in Michigan City, which also banned McPeak after a big win. But Blue Chip paid him first.
They paid me a check of $127,000. They got beat. I won the bets.
McPeak took his gripes to state gambling regulators in both Indiana and Iowa. Neither state sided with him.
What would this $800,000 payday mean for you?
It's an insane amount of money.
So he took this case to 3 experts with 3 distinct points of view. Mike Lawton is a retired gaming regulator in Nevada.
There's probably some details and some circumstances that we're not privy to.
Scott Morrow retired after a career at Las Vegas
He probably saying that like somebody else placed the bets for him.
casinos and now teaches gaming at UNLV.
He went around, tried to circumvent the system, circumvent the house rules, and actually drive across state lines to circumvent it. So, I mean, I have a tough time finding sympathy for his case.
I've never seen a situation like this before.
Eli Foystill literally wrote the book, multiple actually, on betting. He sides with McPeak. based on the timing of when Caesars voided the bets.
If Caesars had decided before the first game was played to void all the wagers, that would be fair. That would be saying you've broken the rules, and when they saw that they didn't win, when they waited to see if he'd win before they voided him, that's where the problem was. The clear answer is Caesars owes this.
There's no rules against staying under the radar. It's horrible what they're doing to me.
In the end, it may be up to a judge to decide. McPeak says his next step would be to sue. Suzanne Lemignot, CBS News, Chicago.
Yeah, I'd sue.
The Indiana Gaming Commission says Caesars followed its rules when voiding the wagers. Now regulators in Iowa say McPeak's complaint is under review. Caesar maintains McPeak's betting activity was an attempt to circumvent the rules and as a result voided the wager.
Because he didn't want to, because he wanted to go to the kiosk? Because he knows what they're looking for. Nah, that can't be, oh, you're circumventing the rules. You know if you would have came up and placed one big bet, we wouldn't have did it, so you went to the kiosk. No. Because we also know if you bet a certain way that they'll ban your ass. That's just knowledge. Like, hey, we have some knowledge of the way which you're looking for. That's not circumventing. That's just using common sense. That's like you playing Uno and it's like, nah, you knew that the person next to you had a draw 10, so you ain't throw out your draw 4. Or no, I just didn't want to do it. Like, that's just stupid. I don't even know if that makes sense, but if you get me, but that's just stupid. He worked his ass off. They should have voided the tickets before they lost, to take his money over and over again and then say, nah, we ain't doing that. Get this man his money. He probably going to go to court. They probably going to settle for something, and he won't be able to bet again. Or he'll use other people to bet. Like, come on. You got to – shout out to this dude. I want to get in his Discord. Found out how he betting $100 to win $5,000. But let me know what y'all think. Is he wrong or is the casino wrong? There should be rules. How do you be a winner and then they can ban you for being a winner? Oh, you got too many correct. We're going to ban you. It ain't like poker, you card counting, and even that shouldn't even be a fucking thing. If I'm smart enough and I got 8 decks and I could count the cards in my head and it's 8 people playing, how is that illegal using your mind? Like, they literally have rules that say, no, we want dummies. We want people that don't think. You're thinking about the game. No. We can't have you making smart poker choices and using poker basics. No. I mean, using blackjack basics. Hey, you just held that. What is a 12 and the dealer's showing a 2? No, you thought about it. You supposed to just be drunk, wasted, and come here and just say hit me. 16, hit me. Nah, come on. We got to do better. There should be a federal law stopping them from being able to do that. Card counting, whatever. Just make it harder. No, let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. These motherfucking casinos take enough of our money. Come on.